Hey, I'm back. And as a few of you have noticed, while I was gone, I got married. I've also been gone for the better part of 2.5 months. It's been some life-changing experiences. Although, I did get some quality time with my favorite crew serve weapon, and got to do some hood rat shit with my friends. But more on that some other time. I have to figure out how to transfer the videos over because they're on my phone. So I'm still working with a few things that are broken, like my tripod and such. But not a whole lot going on, to be honest with you. I've just been trying to recover and relax while I can before this deployment. One cool thing about marrying a girl that's into guns is she's got guns too. So she has some cool rifles. Well, one's a pistol, air quotes. She also has a Knights SR-15. I don't know which one the key mod is. I think it's a mod 2. But she's got that with the Streamlight on the front of it. And it is a very slick, light, and fast setup. I already planned on getting one, but now I can play with one in the midterm. All these guns are hers, so I'm not doing anything crazy with her stuff because it's hers. But I figured I'd do like a little showcase show and tell, I guess, because it's kind of funny how some things turned out. There's been a following of you in the comments that asked me to look at this gun, the FNS-9, and I was not interested in it whatsoever, but she had one. And one day when I was bored staying at her place on transfer leave with nothing to do, I found it. I started to play with it, and remarkably, I really like it. The grip, anyhow. This feels amazing in hand. I can't tell you how nice this feels, and I really like how positive the magazine release is. The magazine well is beveled, and all sorts of other nice touches that you don't see. I mean, there's some things I'm concerned about, like the barrel profile, and the trigger's not super awesome, but it's not terrible. So I look forward to running this, be some thoughts on it. We'll see how it goes. I don't know if this will get me into a 509 or any FN pistols in general, or get me to like this, but we're not getting rid of it, and I might as well run it while we got it, right? I really like these sights. The U-notch with the dots, very, very nice. Nice touch. So we'll see how I like the FN. I don't know if it'll get its own series, maybe just a quick rundown. This is the VP9 SK I got her, and she's had it stippled, which is fine, it's her gun. I'll be purchasing one here soon when funds and time and all sorts of other stuff are available, but I get to play with one in the meantime. Feels really good. I like the trigger. It feels very similar but slightly smoother. I don't know why. And I'm sure I'll enjoy shooting it, but it feels like a nice solid little gun. I like the size of it, although it is larger than a P30 SK, so that's kind of interesting. I've already got a holster on the way for both of us. I'm gonna try out G-code. I ordered one for each of us, so it should be pretty cool. I'll be getting one for the P30 SK, and then I'm really trying to get G-code to make a holster for the VP9 with the XC1 on it, if you guys want to help me with that. I gotta figure out which way to go. But anyhow, she also got a USP9C recently, and she got it for a highway robbery price. It's brand new. The only thing she asked me is, she barely knows I do videos, and she'll probably see this one eventually, and out of respect for her and her wishes, I'm not going to show any serial numbers for her pistols. I don't care for mine, but she doesn't want me to do it, so I'm going to not do that. But it's a relatively brand new pistol. It's in excellent condition, and I'm going to put some Trijicon HDs on it for her and a spurred hammer. So we'll do that later, and it'll probably be part of a Trijicon HD video. But it's funny because the one pistol that I regret selling was the USP Compact, and I mean, she carries it a lot, and she's probably going to shoot it a lot and all this other stuff, but it's by far not my pistol. And I will probably only get to shoot it periodically, but now I don't have to buy one to replace it, right? Moving on to my guns, I have 2 projects. So this has taken its next step, and I put Mepra lights on it while I was home, and I'm very pleased with that. It's going to get a match weight as well as the HK45, like I said before. It already would have a match weight if these didn't come out. So my wife and I both have HK45s. I have 4 of them, and she has a tan one. I got her one, and I have one. So we'll be testing this extensively. I've already got this one loaded to 13 rounds. It's not on duty or anything. This is all I had. We're dangerously low on 45 ball ammo. So just to load it and see how it works, I'm going to keep it loaded till I take it to the range. Hers is unloaded, and I'm going to run them both side to side and see how they do. I'm really happy that HK Parts decided to do this. It feels like a quality unit. My only concern is the exposed screws on the bottom there. They're not flush. I don't know how that's going to work being dropped on anything other than dirt. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm excited to have 13 rounds on tap for this HK45. Makes it very relevant. Some people were real quick to talk crap on this pistol because it only held 10 rounds, but now that it has 13 on tap, I mean, the magazine's very expensive, but now that the capability's there, I'll be interested to see if it turns it around or not, because this is kind of, everybody likes it, but they don't like the capacity. Like, I haven't seen too many people shoot an HK45 that said, man, I really don't like this gun. But with the 13 rounds on tap, it's definitely making it pretty relevant. Also, before I get this out of frame, I've come to rely on this handgun quite a bit. I really like it. I'm definitely going to purchase 2 more P30Ls, 1 more P30, and my wife wants, at this time, 1 P30 SK, but I think she'll probably also end up with a P30L at some point, or a P30. But I really like the P30L. It feels like home, and I carry it almost everywhere I go, which is why I'm getting 2 more of them. I'm going to get one in a V3 non-safety, and I'm going to get a light LEM. I'm going to see which one I like the most, and against my better judgment, I'm probably going to send one to get some trigger work done from Lazy Wolf, and we'll see how that goes. I think sending this in to Lazy Wolf will be fine. This is going to be my match gun or my competition gun. I'm going to put the match weight on it and probably just leave it at that, and then I'll send it to go get the trigger job if I still feel like that's necessary. I also think at some point I'm going to get a beater P30L. I'll watch the boards and arms list and all that other stuff, and if I find a really beat P30L, I'm going to bring it home. I'm going to see if some HK45 parts will fit internally and do some experimentation. I've been talking about it on Pistol Forum, and we'll see if that happens. Not made of money, and not all my decisions are exclusively mine anymore, so I have to be considerate of, you know, our money pretty much. Which is actually kind of a nice feeling. I'm enjoying this married life stuff. Good times. So off the P30s onto the last thing on the docket. I still have to install the Wilson Combat parts in this, and I'm dragging ass. And I think it's kind of funny because Wilson Combat just released, while I've been gone, I think, their 92G Centurion, which is funny because at some point, I don't remember if it was in deleted footage or not, but I said the only thing that I don't like about this is it doesn't have a rail and it doesn't have night sights. And they made a 92G Centurion with night sights and a rail, which I think is very interesting. Also very interesting is the resurgence of the commander size guns. And even Glocktards now have a gun they can flock to because the 19X is coming out, which is, I don't even understand why they made it, but they're bringing it out. So 2 is a commander size and possibly the closest the Glock people are going to get to any sort of 1911 style idea. I will be picking up eventually at some point in my life, not anytime soon, a 92G Centurion and a 92G. I already stocked the Beretta full-size magazines, so it's not stepping outside of that rule I set for myself, which is good. I took the 1911 off the list. I know some guys were excited I was going to get the Dan Wesson. I was excited for it too, but honestly, the HK45s, the USP 45s, and my Mark 23 can cover all those 45 caliber pistol slots. So a whole lot going on. I do plan on outfitting some of my rifles soon as well. I've narrowed down what optics and such I'm going to be using on my rifles and the builds and everything. Finishing a 16-inch Ricky setup on the Carnicon lower that has the OD green UBR stock, and hopefully also finishing the M16 build. And I'll be purchasing a CR556 off my buddy to make 2 MR556s, and then they'll be filling a roll, which means it's gonna have, so I was trying to, I was positive I was gonna put the Trijicon AccuPower 1-8 on it, but Nightforce just announced the NX8, and the NX8, though it's not an attacker, is 17 ounces for a 1-8, and the Trijicon is 25 ounces. So what I'm going to do is just get NX8s and put them on top of the HKs, and pretty much my optics are going to consist of Nightforce and Steiner. The 16-inch Ricky BCM upper on the Carnicon lower build I'm doing is going to be a truck gun, and that's going to have a Steiner PX4 on it. And then those truck guns I'm building are going to be equipped with the 1-4, and then HKs will have 1-8s on them. The MR762 is going to have a 3-15 T5XI, and the bolt gun is going to get something with a little more power on it, but I'm not sure what. Something between a Steiner and a Nightforce. So I'm going to be sticking with those 2 brands and go forward there. I will be getting a Trijicon for the M16 just to make it correct. Probably a TA31, although that one Trijicon with the cool reticle might be the one that goes on there, so I could use it on other stuff if I so desire. But right now what I'm trying to do is pairing and simplification. That's all I'm looking for. I'm happy to be home for a little while. I'm going to try to get some shooting done, scout out some ranges for when I get back from deployment so my wife and I can go shoot. I don't know if she's going to be making any videos, to be honest, camera lady, or I might follow her, but I'm not going to be putting her face and stuff on there. And yeah, that'll all be up to her. She's really cool. She's good people. I don't want to do that for her. The patience she has will be voluntary. All right, well, I'm getting sick, as you can see, of holding this camera. This update's really boring. I am back, and I'll probably do like 3 or 4 videos before I leave. Try to do some shooting videos out at some cool ranges, and we will see. So thanks for watching. Thanks to those of you who have been checking in on me periodically. Sorry I couldn't respond to you. The internet on the ship does not load YouTube or my email. So when I'm gone, I'm definitely ghost. With the ship, I'll brief everybody on how my deployment went and all that stuff. I'm not going to be doing that though while I'm still stationed on board it for obvious reasons. All right, thanks for watching. Take care of each other, stay safe, and support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America.